It's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Starting about last week, first career touchdown. How did that kind of feel for you?
Amazing. A new experience than just catching the ball or contributing on offense, but it was a great experience.
Talking about snaps, it's been wavering, but you've seen around that 20 to 30 kind of range overall. As a pass catcher in this offense, what do you feel you've been able to contribute so far?
I think I run decent routes. I think I can find space and just catch the ball. So I think I do a good job when time's called.
Now on the other side, blocking side, what did you think of your performance in Week 5? Some of the early ones, and then
I thought it was fine. Not amazing at all, but going against bigger guys, Big Ten opponents. Rutgers got some good defensive players. But I thought I held up in there. I thought I did a good job. So yeah.
How have you kind of seen the physicality in the Big Ten as a freshman? Obviously, you can make improvements body-wise later on, but have you kind of seen how the physicality has been through a few weeks?
Different than high school. I can tell you that for sure. Guys hit harder, they're bigger, but it's the same thing. Just people are just hitting harder, so you have to match their energy and just hit them back.
Talking about your route running and things like that, that was one of the pluses, right, coming out of high school, especially as you develop that later on. What's kind of been a difference here, working with the tight end coaches here and trying to hone that in and getting on the field because of that?
Different routes in high school. You got a whole new offense coming in college. Like to spread you out. You're in the core. You got to do everything kind of. But just a lot of footwork kind of stuff. Eyes, body. Are you lean? Are you not? Pushing angles and stuff like that.
Talking about some of those pulling concepts, right? As a blocker, what makes those kind of concepts somewhat difficult especially in short down?
Yeah, if you have a box read or like a spill read, if there's a hole, you open up and you insert, and you go get the inside of the backer, or if you got to go around the tackle and take the inside of the backer. But it just depends on what the backer does.
Do you think like those kind of concepts have been a little harder as a tight end in this offense, or what do you think?
Sometimes, I think they're pretty fun. It's you get a pull and go hit someone, so I think it's pretty fun.
You've been able to get your first pancake kick? Are you looking for that?
Yeah, I did against, I think it was Georgia Southern. So I might have one at the end of the game, but I might have ran the wrong play. So I don't know if it counts.
Going back to what you've seen, how's your relationship with Tanner Mordecai kind of grown through the first few weeks of the season?
Great guy. We sat down at lunch today. We were talking. He's a good leader. He looks out for you, and he's always trying to help.
In the backup unit, Riley Nowakowski got a few snaps last week. Have you seen his progression from injury and what he can contribute?
Yeah, he's going to contribute a lot. I think next game, seems like his foot's doing great. Seems like he's doing great. So I'm excited to see what he can do.
Blocking wise, do you think, kind of going forward, what are some improvements that you want to kind of put on the field?
I don't know. I think I check my feet a lot sometimes when I'm trying to get my angle right. So it kind of limits my push off the ball and all that kind of stuff. So I think I need to work on that.
Off-season work-wise, what was kind of a goal of yours coming into the season, and trying to prepare yourself for Big Ten play?
I was just trying to get up to size. I was just trying to get big enough to play in the Big Ten. Hope it worked out. I'm playing, so it works well. And then just confidence, I think, as well. Since fall camp, my confidence has grown a lot. When I started, I don't think I was very confident in what I could do, and now it's definitely showing. So.
I know it's a while back, but going back to your decision to commit from Wisconsin, decommit from Colorado, how did that kind of process entail, and what ultimately led you to choose Wisconsin over where you were?
DM didn't want me at Colorado, so never talked to him, but decommitted a few weeks later. I don't know how many weeks later, but got some few other offers, and then Wisconsin offered, and it was late December. Took my official visit, fit all my boxes. Academics was a good place. I could be here without football. That's what I have to ask myself a lot: is could you be here without football? Good culture here too, and good tight end history.
Obviously, Colorado, Wisconsin, completely different change geographically and things like that. Have you kind of gotten yourself grown into Wisconsin? Adjusted to the culture here.
Culture,
environment. The cold. We haven't gotten that yet. Yeah.
Everyone's great here. You have upperclassmen look out for you, and everyone's really part of the family here. So, yeah.
What about the things out here in Wisconsin?
The weather,
weather, kind of things like that. As a West Coast
it's getting a little cold, but it's like Seattle weather right now, so I'm sure it'll change soon. But we'll see. Yeah.
Talking about the rest of the season, what are you kind of looking for personally? I know team wants to win week by week, but personal goals, you got any of those?
Just contribute to the team, do whatever they need me to do, and just do my job. Yeah.